Hi guys, welcome back to the Lavender Barn Studio Pilates. I hope you're looking forward to this session. It's been a little while and don't feel nervous. Once you've taken a few deep breaths, done some gentle stretching, hopefully you'll feel good again. If there's anything that feels uncomfortable to you today, you can just leave that out. I don't want you to feel in any pain. I'd just like you to feel stretched and released. I'd like you to breathe and relax and just really feel good about yourselves. So let's start straight away. Stand with your feet back to hip width and just remember how to stand. Arms relaxed down by your side and lift the crown of your head up towards the sky. Draw your abdominals in gently and soften your rib cage so it's not pushing forwards. We're going to close our eyes, and wherever you are, just take a deep breath in, fill your lungs, and as you exhale, feel your mind switching off, your body relaxing. Empty your lungs fully. Let's breathe in again. As you inhale, lift the crown of your head upwards. Feel your rib cage expanding laterally. And as you exhale, the ribs soften down, your tummy muscles engage, your pelvic elevator lifts, and the shoulders just sink away from the ears. Breathe in again. Try to switch off from anything around you. Just focus on how you feel right now. Let your fingertips relax, your toes relax. Breathe again. Fill your lungs fully without strain. And as you exhale, standing taller, shoulders more relaxed, and we'll take one more deep breath in. So lift the body, decompress the spine. And as we exhale, relax your arms, your legs. Let's take our next movement into floating arms. So turn your thumbs outwards, turn your palms out, and we start to slowly lift the arms with an in-breath. Feel how your shoulders are this morning, and if they don't want to go all the way to the top, they don't have to. And your arms come down on the exhale. Continue to stand tall, lifting that crown, so feel elevation through the body. Feel decompression through the spine. Exhale as your arms come down. If your shoulders are feeling good, let's stretch those arms a little bit wider and let's lift those arms a little higher. Keep the crown lifted and we come down, feeling good. Let's do that one more time, just the arms. Inhale, lift. So already the breath is working on how we feel, feeling more relaxed, feeling more energized. This time, if you feel like it, just peel those heels away from the mat and feel your first challenge of balance. If you feel a little bit wobbly, don't worry, it'll come back. Or you could just lift one heel, or we could keep the heels firmly on the ground. We come back down so slowly. Let's do that one more time. So a full breath in. Feel those arms floating away from your side, engaging your center. Your spine is long and we come down and down. Let's take it into our first side reach. So your right arm lifts up. As we exhale, let's slowly start leaning over to the left. Gently, gently. Hold it here. We come back up to the top and the arm comes down. Let's go back to those floating arms. Up, inhale, heels lift if you wish. Arms float down. So we're going to raise the left arm up this time. Inhale, and we gently lean to the right. Now just a few little points of correction. Draw your chin back and feel your neck lengthening. We're not tipping the chin backwards, we're drawing the whole head back. Make sure your arm is in line with your ear if you can reach that far with your arm, and relax the opposite arm. Feel length through both sides of the waist and we come back down. Let's do that again. So breathe in, we float and lift if we can. Perfect balance. Arms come down, your right arm starts to lift. Inhale. As we exhale, feel lift through that waist. Shoulder softens and reach a little further if all feels good. Remember to stay connected. Arm comes back down. Double arm lift, 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 lift. Heels lift too if you wish. And exhale, already feeling a little more stretched. Arm floats and we reach overhead. So just feel a gentle stretch, nothing too deep for now. And we come back down. So we're going to add something onto that movement. So inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm side reach. So gently laterally flexing your spine. Maybe take that a little further. We lift and stretch both arms wide to the side, and as we exhale, start to turn to your right, keeping your arms placed at 180 degrees. Turn your head, your neck, your upper spine, and try and keep your pelvis square to the front. If that feels too much for your shoulders, just cross your hands over your body. and we come back to the center and back to the beginning. Floating arms, heel lifts, perfect balance. Let's take that to the other side. So your left arm reaches up and over, right shoulder relaxes, chin draws back, engage. Arms out wide, inhale. Let's turn this time to the other side. So round we go, round to your left. So really try and keep your arms spaced wide. Turn your head, your neck, your upper spine, gently rotating your upper spine. Arms come back. Let's do that twice more. So it's up to you how much you put into this. You can keep your heels down if you're feeling wobbly. Arms come down, right arm side reach. So over we go and stretch a little further. Lift that waist, connect with your core. Arms out wide, inhale. So remember, you can cross the hands if you wish and turn your body. Feel like your pelvis is twisting almost in the opposite direction. And we come back, arms down. Let's breathe in, we lift, stretching up to the skies. Lift, lift, lift. Arms come down. Let's take that over to the other side, reaching, 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 and take that further if you feel you can. Tilting your head, your neck, your upper spine. Arms come out wide. And let's turn, 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 round to the left this time. Drop those shoulders down and feel elevation as we rotate. Come back to the center and your arms float down. I'd like you to raise your right heel, lift tall, lift your ribs up away from your hips, and really stretch those toes out. Bring the foot down. Let's try that on the other side. So really push down onto the base of the toes, and let's do that a couple more times just to stretch your toes out if we haven't done this for a while. Arms relax, and let's do that again. So we're going to take that into a little bouncy pedal movement, so lift and lower. Try not to crash down onto those heels. Feel like you're landing on cotton wool. Really soft movements. And let's add a little shoulder roll to loosen up that area. So breathing back again. Inhale deeply. Exhaling fully. And roll those shoulders. Try and keep these movements as smooth and flowing as you possibly can. Feel like you're gliding. Let's do one more. And we're going to change the shoulder movement. So as we switch the pedal, rotate your shoulders, feel your shoulder blades squeezing together behind you, and as we switch the pedal again, bring those shoulders forwards and really open up across the upper back. Now as we go into that shoulder squeeze behind, turn your head one side and shoulders come forwards, look to the center. Turn your head the other way and come back to the center. Inhale, turn. Exhale, center. Now keep lifting, guys. Turn your head. How does that feel? Let's do a couple more of those. Turn and center. It feels really nice to open up. You might feel a little bit tied across your clavicles, your collarbones. You might feel a little bit tied across the front of the shoulders. So this is a really nice way to open up and stretch out. Let's do two more. Inhale. Feeling great with all that lovely deep breathing. One more time, turning your head and come back to the center. So I'm going to turn sideways on for the next movement. Standing cat-cow. So looking straight ahead, bend your knees just a little bit and support your hands mid-thigh. Have a look at the base of the pelvis. We're going to tuck the tailbone under and lift the tummy muscles upwards. Feel a gentle curve of your lower spine. Hold it here. And as I exhale, I'm going to stick my tailbone up towards the sky and just keep my neck long for the moment. So we're just focusing on that lower part of the spine and the pelvis for now. So tuck your tailbone under and then just gently rock it back up. Keep your tummy muscles connected. Keep your shoulders back and down, nice and relaxed. Let's do one more little standing cat and then just back to neutral. Let's go again. As we exhale, feel a posterior pelvic tilt, lift your tummy muscles and take that stretch further up into the spine, tucking your chin in gently. As we exhale, simultaneously open up your spine into gentle extended movement, looking up just a little bit but not tipping your head back too much, and make sure those shoulders stay back in place. Let's go again. So from the bottom of the spine, curling under, and if this feels really stiff, don't worry, just take it gently. And exhale into your standing cow. So let's keep that movement going. Really start to flow. Your spine and your muscles becoming more supple with each and every movement. But if they're not there yet, just keep the movement really tiny until you're ready. Everybody is going to move so differently. And if we haven't done this for a little while, everything's going to be woken up. It might protest a little bit. That's completely normal. Let's go one more time. So we lift, inhale. As we exhale, bring your spine back to neutral and just slide back up. So from here, we're going to do a ribcage closure into a squat. So pull back up tall again. I'm going to go sideways on so you can see this. Your arms move forwards this time, and we come up as high as we can, arms in line with your ears. We're going to take a circle round. My feet are at hip width, and I'm going to start hinging at the hips, bending at the knees and reaching forwards. Now keep that back quite flat and long in this position. We're not curving the spine one way or the other, and press up. So rib cage closure as we lift the arms, ensure all the movement's coming from the shoulder, not the spine. Circle around and really reach out. This feels such a good stretch. So reach out as you pull your tailbone back and try not to let your head drop down towards the floor. And we pull up. Let's go again. Inhale. If you would like a more advanced version, double heel raise again. Arms circle round, and if your knees and your hips and your back, everything feels good, sit down a little bit lower, but not letting your bottom drop below your knees. And then we come up. Now this is important. Come up again. As we lift, we balance evenly across the balls of the toes. As we come down and bend the knees, just ensure that your knees are pointing forwards over your second toe and not dropping in or out. So keep those knees beautifully aligned, keep them strong. Pressing, hold it there, and push up with your thighs and your bottom. Make sure we're not using the back here. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, circle. Now, if you're feeling strong and you've been practicing your squats, you can go deeper still. We can go a little bit quicker if you like, so you can change the pace. But if you're just getting back into this, let's keep it nice and slow. Squats will always challenge your legs. Down we go. So nice knee alignment there, nice neck alignment, lovely shoulder movement. And we come down. Let's go again twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, circle around and really go for that lengthening of the spine. Deep squat, pull up. Last one here. Up then. And circle around. Now if you can and you've got enough energy, stay in your squat, raise the right heel. Remember those pedals? Let's go back into your pedals. Try and keep the pelvis quite level here. Send the knees forwards. Sink down softly. This should not hurt your knees or your ankles or your hips. If you're feeling uncomfortable, just stay still and go back to the last movement. If all feels good, let's keep pressing down with that heel. Let's just do a few more. Check that we're still connected with your center. Breathe deeply. If your arms are tired, rest them on your thighs. If your thighs are tired, that's fine. They're working. Just two more. So we bring the heels down, we bring the arms down, and we push up so slowly. Let's just take one more breath in to recover. Big lift up. And as we exhale, let's reach out wide and down, ready for the next position. So we're going to try and go into 4-point kneeling. Come down carefully without bumping your knees, or lean forwards on a chair if you can't go down. So we bring the hands directly under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. Check out that tummy, lifting and gently pressing up between the shoulder blades. So this should feel comfortable to start. We're going to do a cat stretch into your cow and into a down facing dog. So breathe in fully, and as you exhale, feel your belly button lifting, feel your tailbone starting to tuck under into that posterior tilt, and just follow that movement up the spine from the base if you can, up between the shoulders, lengthening your neck, looking between your legs. And then we slowly and simultaneously come back to neutral. And if you feel you can, look up slightly and start to tip your pelvis forwards, lifting your tailbone up towards the ceiling or the sky. Shoulder blades draw back and down. Let's go again from the base of the spine. Lift your belly button, lift the pelvic floor, and lift your abdominals. Curve and flex the whole of your spine. Push up between the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale, and simultaneously draw the shoulders back. Feel your back moving like a snake. Let's go up again. Up, up, up. And then into an extended position. Now, if you love these two movements, why don't you keep it going if you're unsure about the down-facing dog? If you'd like to have a go, let's come back to neutral and tuck the toes under. Keep your hands where they are, and as we exhale, lift knees and push back towards your heels very softly. Now you're probably feeling a little bit tight through the calves and the hamstrings, so you can keep those knees bent a little bit if you like. Have a go, see what it feels like. So we draw the shoulders back, we're looking down to the center of the mat, and we're lifting the tummy muscles, and we're trying to tilt the tailbone up towards the sky, which is really quite hard. Softly bring your knees down and push back if you can into rest position, head coming down. Just for a breath. Deep wide breath. As you exhale, come back into 4-point kneeling. Let's repeat that pattern. So we go into your cat stretch. Beautiful curve of the spine. Inhale. Exhale into your cow. Looking up, shoulders back, tailbone lifting. Tuck your toes under if you're going for that down facing dog, and press your hands forwards, push your heels down. Just check that position by bending your knees and stick your tailbone even further up towards the sky, and then straighten your legs. Shoulder blades come back and down. Come back onto your knees, softly sit back in rest position. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale, that feels wonderful. Back into 4-point kneeling. So from the tailbone into your cat stretch, working up your spine, gently tucking the chin in, pushing up between the shoulder blades, and feel that lovely stretch for the whole length of your spine. And then softly into that lovely, lovely cow. Shoulders back, tuck your toes under, push the mat away to the front, push the mat away from you behind. Remember, you can bend the knees, doing that little pelvic tilt, and then bring the heels back again. Last time. Hold that position. Now, a more advanced position for those of you that would like to. We're going to go into a plank. For those of you that don't want to do this, go back into rest position. So either into rest here, or we come forwards and we just hold a little plank. So we really need to switch on that center now. We don't want the waist to be dropping down. Lift your belly button, push up between the shoulders, keep the neck long so nothing is dropping. Everything is a beautiful straight line. Imagine you're lying on a surfboard and you're supported underneath you. Push those heels back, pull the crown forwards, inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. If you're in rest position now, just enjoy. And softly bring the knees down. One more time then, guys. So into your beautiful cat stretch, push up between the shoulders. Curve that whole spine, feel that sense of lift in your center, down into that lovely dog. Just tilt the head back softly, and we're not pushing back on the neck too much. Shoulders back, tuck the toes under into that down facing dog. There's a lot of weight on your wrists here, so give those a rest if you need to. Hold that position for a moment. Inhale, either into rest, sit back on your heels, or once more into that plank. So lots of things to remember here. Feel that sense of lift in your center. The head is really heavy now, so lift the back of the neck and pull the crown forwards. Think of that lovely straight line. Take another breath in. Exhale, stretch that body one more time. Exhale, softly bring your knees down. We all go back into rest position. So give your wrists a little rest. They've had quite a workout. Circle them around, sit back on your heels and hold that position. Well done. So far, so good. So we're about to go on the front of the body and do some gentle extension work of the upper spine. If you're not able to go on your front, then we can sit up or go back to a standing position. So very carefully lower your front lower onto your front and bring your hands into diamond position underneath your forehead. Lengthen your legs, your feet or your thighs are in parallel here, toes gently pointing away if you can. Elbows wide, shoulders are soft and back and down. Engage your tummy muscles. As you exhale, slide your nose towards your fingers and just lift your upper spine, gently supporting yourself with your arms here. So we're not forcing the body up. Legs are lengthened, buttocks are a little bit relaxed, and there's no compression in your lower spine at all. As we exhale and come down, we're going into gluteal brace. So tuck your toes under, head down first, tuck your toes under, bring your legs together, lift your knees, press your pubic bone down into the mat, and then engage your tummy muscles, lift, lift, lift. And you'll feel your buttock muscles really engaging here. Push your heels back behind and take a couple of breaths in this position. Inhale, and as you exhale, relax your legs and back to diamond press. So inhale, exhale, slide your nose forward and lift your head. Now if your back feels comfortable, lift a little higher. So we're resting on the hips possibly. So your chest is lifted, your rib cage is gently lifted, the shoulders are still dropping back and down, and feel beautifully supported and extended. As we come back down, lower your ribs, your chest, your forehead, tuck the toes under into gluteal brace. So the toes under, the knees lift, the pubic bone presses down, and the tummy muscles lift. Feel your glutes engaging. We're gently laterally rotating the hips here. So feel your heels coming towards each other, and you'll feel your buttocks really engaging. And then release the thighs one more time, so into that lovely little diamond press. And if you want to come up a little bit higher, that's fine. But keep looking down at the tips of your fingers. Remember those shoulders drop. It's really easy to shrug here. So lengthen your upper body, open up your chest, feel that your chest is shining forwards. Inhale. Exhale, peel your ribs, your chest, your forehead down, and back into that gluteal brace one more time. Bring your heels together again, laterally rotating the hips. And if you feel like you would like to, just come up into your diamond press, but make sure there's no pressure on your lower back here. So squeeze the bottom, shoulders back, hold that position for one more breath. And as we exhale, release the thighs, and then we push up into 4-point kneeling. And if you can, just come back softly into your rest position one more time. So relax your body down and just focus on that breath across your back, wide breath. And then really empty your lungs one more time. Breathe in deeply and widely. And then slide your hands under your shoulders and slowly, slowly roll up. Your head is the last thing to pop up, and then we're going to sit on our bottoms. So if you need something to sit up on here to help you, absolutely fine. So lift your body as tall as you can, so your back is as upright and straight as possible. Think about sitting or feeling like you're sitting up against a wall. So the first movement here is a C curve, and it's a very subtle movement of the pelvis. Your feet are at hip width position. Hold onto the thighs but relax the shoulders, and just feel your pelvis gently tilting backwards. Your tummy muscles engage and your ribs stay directly above your hips here. Roll the pelvis forwards. Inhale, just a couple more. Exhale, roll back. And this is really lovely after lying on the front in prone position. Just gently loosening up, releasing that back and that pelvis one more time. And inhale. You might find you've got a little bit more movement already, and gently roll back. Nice one. So we're going to take that into a roll down movement. If you're not happy to roll all the way to the floor, you don't have to. Just carry on with those C curves. So arms are forwards here, guys. Knees stay bent. So C curve your spine and try and place one vertebrae down at a time. Down and down and down. Once we're safely down there, draw your knees in one at a time. Lift your head and as smoothly as you can roll up like a ball. If there's any tipping back of the head there, then we want to be really cautious of that. So lift tall, one more time. C curve your spine and see if you can roll down. Hold on to those thighs there for support. Down. Knees come in, lift the head and gently roll up. Now a more advanced version would be to straighten the legs and come back down. Arms come overhead. We could add a circle and then we could lift up slowly. And then we could sit tall. So you choose there what you would like to do. C curve, roll back and down. Knees come in, roll up like a ball. Or sit tall, inhale, exhale, C curve, pressing those thighs down into the mat, pressing one vertebrae down into the floor at a time. Inhale, exhale, lift the head, engage the center. Now, whichever position you're in, straighten your legs at this point and spine stretch forwards. So remember, this isn't a race, there's no competition. If you feel uncomfortable, then you don't have to go down very far. Just relax those shoulders and gently point and flex your ankles. So flex, pull your toes back and point away. And again, you're going to feel a little bit stiff, a little bit achy, but that will soon ease if you're gentle, if you're kind to yourselves. And one more time. And let's all sit up tall. So really lift to the sky. Imagine you're holding on to something up here and you're being pulled up. Stretch the spine. And let's do our roll down one more time. So legs straight, knees bent, whatever you feel good about doing. Down we go, slow movement. Arms come back, inhale, circle around. Exhale, lift the head, the neck, the upper spine. Sit up tall again. Reach for the sky and then come down. I sound like Buzz Lightyear. Down we go, point and flex. Reach for the skies. Shoulders relax, tummy muscles connect. That feels so good. Just stretch out the feet, the toes, the calves, the hamstrings, the bottom, the back, everything. Don't forget your breathing. And once more, and slow. Let's sit up, really stretch up to the sky. Up you go, lift, lift, lift. Arms come down and get ready to go into relaxation position on your backs. So carefully get yourselves down, and we'll just remember all those pointers. Arms by your side, knees are bent at hip width. Try not to let the knees drop in or out. Tummy muscles connect, but your pelvis is in neutral, so we're not pushing the lower back into the mat. Rib cage is soft. Let's take a breath in. Our first movement is a simple curl up. So I'd like you to circle your hands around behind the back of the head, and as we exhale and engage, lift the head first, a little nod of the chin, and peel your head and just the upper part of your shoulders away from the floor. You don't need to go any higher than this. We'll be peering between the knees, and then peel your body back down. This is a really simple, straightforward movement. Exhale, but we can sometimes be trying a little bit too hard, and we put strain on the neck, we put strain on the hips, and we're not actually using the abs anymore. So I'd like you to focus on your external abdominals, pulling you up. Imagine those muscles getting shorter, but imagine the muscles underneath your transverse abdominis drawing downwards. So scoop, scoop, scoop for all your worth, and then we come back down again. If you'd like to work a little harder, we could go into a double knee fold, squeeze the feet together, open the knees. Up to you guys. Exhale and we curl up. And we come down, so it's up to you whether your feet are up or down. And a more advanced movement is to come up to your curl up, reach forward, hold to your thighs, lift another inch, pause as you take your hands behind your head and roll down. So you choose what's best for you. You can just do a simple, straightforward, lovely, flexible movement for your spine in a curl up. You could go into a double knee fold, squeezing the feet together, curl up. Or you could curl up, let go, reach and hold, lift a little higher, hands behind and down. Let's do 4 more of your choice. So I'll do a variation. So nice simple curl up, lovely scoop, and down we go. Exhale, inhale, exhale, lift, inhale. Last one of your choice, curl up slowly and scoop. Let's go into lovely hip rolls. So take your arms nice and wide, but they're lower than your shoulders. Palms turned up for this one, and your neck is lengthened, shoulders back and down as the mat. Feet come together, knees come together, we inhale. As we exhale, take your knees across to the right. Keep your inner edge of your feet connected and let your left foot just roll away from the mat. Try not to let your hips shift. Keep your knees together and feel that left hip raising up towards the sky. As we exhale and connect with your center, squeeze your thighs together gently and come back and feel that pressure on the back of the pelvis coming back to neutral. Exhale, let's go across to the left. Feel your right foot lifting, keep those knees connected, your ankles connected. Exhale, press your thighs together and we come back. Let's go over to the right again, but this time turn your face to the left. And then we come back to the center. How does that feel? Can you feel that wonderful mobilizing rotation in your lower spine? This is just so fantastic if you've been a little bit immobilized in that area for a few weeks. This will really loosen you up, but it shouldn't feel uncomfortable. Just a really lovely stretch. Back to the center, turning again once more each side. So you might find that you're a bit more flexible and those knees can go a little bit further towards the ground, but don't worry if they don't. That might take a little bit more practice. And we come back to the center. So place yourselves back in relaxation position and ready for a spine curl. So make sure your pelvis is neutral, and as we exhale, tilt your pelvis posteriorly and you'll feel your lower back sinking into the mat. Continue to lift your bottom and just feel like you're peeling one vertebrae off the floor at a time. We all know and love this movement. So we feel the hips lifting up to the ceiling, but not your tummy. Your tummy stays connected. You'll feel a stretch from the hips all the way down to your knees, over your knees and down your shins. Wiggle your toes. Feel your gluteals working hard and your hamstrings working hard, hopefully not cramping, to hold you up there. So we're going to work from the top of the spine now. Bring the top vertebrae down, then the next, then the next. And this is the tricky bit, to try and keep your pelvis tilted posteriorly so we can lower those vertebrae down one at a time. Come back to neutral while we inhale. I'd like you to focus back on your breath as we lift. It's a full exhale. Really open up the front of your body here and strengthen the back of your body. Inhale at the top and then peel back down. Let's continue that gorgeous, gorgeous flowing spine curl up to the top. If you would like a slightly harder workout, we could do some knee folds at the top, but only do that if you're feeling strong enough and balanced enough. Lift and lift just a few times, keeping your pelvis nice and level, nice and still, keeping your center connected. If you want to carry on with just a basic spine curl, that's absolutely brilliant. And let's come back down and down and down. Let's do that one more time. For those of you that want a challenge, raise your right knee, spine curl up, hold at the top, and spine curl down. Switch sides. Raise your left knee if you want that challenge. Only do these extras if you're feeling up for it today and you've been practicing more regularly. And spine curl down, a lot more challenging. So once we're down, draw your knees into your chest and just give me a little rock and a roll there, just for a few moments. Hold that position. Little circles if you like. This gives your back a lovely stretch out, a little twist, a little mobilization. And then we bring those feet to the floor. So we're about to go onto our side. So I'm going to go onto my left side first and make a little pillow with my arm and my hand, and make sure that the hand is cupped under the back of the head just to really support you. So we stretch the body out and imagine you're lining it up with the back of the mat, so we're not sort of curving too much any one way. Then draw your knees forwards and then fold your feet back underneath your bottom. It's quite hard to feel where you are without somebody sort of moving you about. So just feel like your back is quite straight and your feet are underneath the bottom. We're going to keep the feet together as we go into our first oyster. So just raise your top knee away. We are sort of laterally rotating the hip, and you might not get very high, and that's fine. Just make sure that top hip doesn't roll backwards, and we lower the knee down as we inhale. Exhale, and we lift. And inhale as we know. And you're going to know about this if you haven't done any sort of much external rotation or these specific exercises. You're going to feel that deep glute muscle really protesting. It's not very big, it's not particularly strong, but we do need to carry on working that so we're completely balanced around the pelvis. Lift and lower. So it's really nice to inhale as we lower, exhale as we lift, and down we go. And lift. Let's just do a couple more of those. Really nice to wake up those hips and lift. From there you can have a little stretch and a rest if you like, or we can go straight into our next movement with your legs straight. Now just align your ankle bone with your knee and your hip, so we've got a nice parallel line here with the floor. Point your toes and start lifting upwards without rolling backwards. Flex your ankle as firmly as you can as you bring that leg back down to start position, which is not the floor. Point and lift. Now again, if you haven't done much lateral movement for a while, you're really going to know about it and your legs will tire quickly. So keep stopping to keep taking little rests if you need to. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. I'll try and keep going. It would look bad if I stopped. And slowly down. So what's going on with the upper body? Your neck is still lengthened and the head is supported. Your shoulders are released back and down. It's really easy to start scrunching up here, but always try and keep that neck lovely and long. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. One more time, please. Exhale, lift. Bring that down to halfway. Point your toes and just give me a few little circles in one direction. Let's take a big breath in and a big breath out. Let's reverse those circles. Full breath in, as full as you can. And then full breath out. Let's repeat the reverse direction again. Full breath in. And round we go. Now, if you're feeling really strong and you've been practicing these movements, you do another set while the rest of us poor achy creatures stretch out. So pull your knee up close to you can, take your underneath leg down and just relax in that position just for a couple of breaths. That is such a lovely little stretch. Well done, guys. We're going to come up and we're going to do the other side. So carefully roll over onto the other side and make a little cushion with your arm and make sure your hand is supporting the back of your head if you haven't got pillows there. So stretch your body up, line your back up with the mat, knees forward slightly, feet come back. So we've got a nice little zigzag line. Your top oyster or your left leg oyster, lift and lower. You might find that one side is a little easier to move than the other. So we're going to balance that out. Remember which is your weaker side, and next time do a little bit more on that side. Exhale as we lift, inhale as we lower. Exhale, how does that honestly feel? Exhale, lift. It's certainly waking everything up. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. And well done, guys. Let's straighten that leg. Now just check that that leg is in line with your spine, not too far forwards, not too far back. Point your toes, lift, point, flex and lower. Now the key here is not to go too high. If you do, you'll find that the leg won't go any further than that in abduction, and you'll start rolling back and you'll start using the front of your thighs and your hips. So roll forwards. It's a really common little thing that we do because those stronger muscles really want to take over. So we want to work down the side of the hip and the thighs here. And again, we're not used to using those muscles so much. They do tire quite quickly, don't be surprised. So remember, you can rest whenever you like. For now, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Let's do 2 more of those. Lift, so that we've got a little bit of energy left for our gorgeous circles. Point your toe, take a full breath in and a full breath out. Full breath in and a full breath out. Let's reverse those circles. So it's really easy with this one to start doing a different shape to a circle. So it's better if you slow it down slightly and really try and control that circular movement so it starts to flow. Full breath. Let's reverse those circles one more time. That's starting to get a little bit heavy, a little bit tired now. Well done. So really work on that breath, get some oxygen down to those working muscles. Last direction, full breath in and a full breath out. Well done. Or feeling on that side, pull your knee up to your chest, stretch your underneath leg out and just hold that lovely little stretch. And it's fine to have those moments where you're resting and relaxing. Don't feel guilty about that. Enjoy it. Hold it, hold it. So let's pull both those knees up. Let's come round onto our bottoms again, and we're going to go down into our final position, back down on our backs in supine position. So starfish, one of our favorite exercises. Back to hip width, arms down by your side. Inhale, engage. As we exhale, your right arm comes back, your left leg slides forward. Now just enjoy that little stretch across the shoulder and across the hip before we start to switch to the other side and really stretch the arm, stretch that leg. Take a full breath in and then out and stretch further. Full breath in and stretch further. So enjoy this movement. Try and keep your back in neutral if you can. Try not to let your back hollow. Try not to push your back down into the mat. And let's go again. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And again, just enjoy that beautiful gliding, sliding movement. One more time each side. Right arm, left leg. Big breath, left arm, right leg. Come back to start position, inhale. As we exhale, take both arms back if you can, both legs forwards. Inhale, bring your arms over, pick up your knees one at a time and just curl up in a little ball. Shoulders down, head down, 1 foot down, 2nd foot down, one more time. Inhale. Exhale, coming in again, curl your body up. And curl your body down. Bring your feet down, your arms down. Just for a moment, lie in a position that you feel completely comfortable in. So you can stretch, you can bend, you can curl up. bring your neck into neutral position, close your eyes, and we go right back to the beginning of the class where we just breathe. So feel that breath filling your lungs, expanding your ribs. As we exhale, just switch off, sink down, relax down into the ground, wherever you are. Breathe in again. As we exhale, relax your jaw, relax your eyes, relax your scalp. Full breath in. Relax your neck and your throat, your chest and your shoulders. Breathe in again, fill your lungs. Feel peaceful, feel relaxed, feel satisfied. As we exhale, relax your arms, your legs, your hands and your feet, your fingers and your toes. Breathe in again. This time relax the whole of your core, the whole of your spine. And just for the last few moments, be still. So when you feel ready, just pause if you want to lie there a little bit longer. Otherwise, be conscious of your next in-breath and feel your body gently rising. As you exhale, feel your body continuing to relax, but move your fingers and your toes. Work up through your wrists and your ankles, little circles. Start to move your elbows and your knees. And draw your knees in, curl up, stretch out your spine. Open your eyes when you're ready and sit yourselves up if you can. I hope you like the sound of the wren there in the background, giving us a nice little backdrop. That was amazing to be back in action, guys. I hope you feel the same. I would love your feedback, so let me know how you got on. You take care, stay really, really well, and I'll be back for you very, very soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.